Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my first ever AEW Rampage review right here on the new Wrestling Jesus channel. And check out my man General Jerry's channel. Link is in the description there. We made a video about the Young Bucks yesterday there. Full of ranting and negativity, folks. You know what I mean? For those who are going to be disappointed with this video there's a good one on Jerry's page. Now, folks, you know, it's the first show. It's only an hour. Sometimes less is more. I'll be honest, folks, as an unbiased reviewer, ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a good little show, folks. Okay, in the first match, Christian Cage defeated Kenny Omega and became the new Impact World Heavyweight Champion there. And they kept saying it over and over how the AEW belt is more prestigious there. To the point that I started feeling bad for Impact, you know what I mean? They're using the Impact title to get viewership for their show, and all they're doing is, hey, our belt is better the whole fucking time, you know what I mean? But now, here's the deal. I made a video yesterday or like 3-4 days ago, my first live on this channel. I said this match was going to be a snooze fest, folks. Now, I wasn't referring to this match. I was referring to the one at the pay-per-view, folks. Because this match, honestly, I thought it was a great match, folks, to be honest. I thought it was the best match that I thought it was the best match that I've ever seen in AEW. You know, I've seen all of these smarky matches about Kenny Omega. I've seen some fucking weirdo matches. I think this was the best wrestling match that I have seen from Kenny. Why? Because he's going up against Christian, a WWE guy, you know what I mean? A guy with experience. And Kenny wasn't, you know, overdoing it. There was one point he was in the ropes. He like kicked his feet in the air. He looked like a ballet dancer. It looked like a fucking weird feminine thing that he did there. But like overall, he was more, normal in this match. If you watch the match, the majority of it is Christian doing the offense, the wrestling moves, So you got more of a wrestling match, And Kenny Omega, he hit a couple of his knee strikes, and he didn't hit 300, you know what I mean? He did like 3 or something. But they were hard hitting, folks, and impactful or whatever there. Hard hitting knee strikes, a couple of German suplex that looked good or whatever. And then the finish, Don Callis was okay in this match. The finish was done like Christian's finisher on the chair. Kenny sold it well, like if he broke his neck kind of deal. 1, 2, 3. It was a wrestling match, you know what I mean? And I enjoyed it. Like I said, personally, so far, my favorite match that I've seen in AEW. Like, Christian was on fire, you know what I mean? I don't know how old he is, like 50 years old. He was moving like a 25-year-old out there, you know what I mean? But because Kenny, did less, and that's what he should do. I think moving forward, less. Fuck trying to impress Meltzer, doing a bunch of shit you don't need to do. Less is more. It has more of an impact. More regular wrestling like this, moving forward should be done. So very good 4-star match. I mean, good 4-star match, folks. I mean, but here's a negative. Now that we've seen this match, the second match, it's a rematch. And it's not like it's months apart, so they have a really good match. So by the time you see the second match, it's not going to be as good. You know what I mean? Because you've already seen a good one. So it's like, this time they might try to make it longer. They're going to try to do more moves kind of deal. You know what I mean? And they're going to water it down, folks. This should have been the match or whatever. One match, But plus, it's going to be very predictable that Christian isn't going to win. You know what I mean? Like, he wins the Impact belt. It's obvious he's not going to win the other one. So that's a negative there, folks. So, but a very good match, I think. And then backstage, we had Christian and Mark Henry. And they had to explain this, Kenny, he's very good. He said everything they say about him is true. He's very talented. You got to put over the star, folks. I mean, just like Jim Ross is forced to say that he's the greatest of all time every week. Ever since he said that, you know what I mean? That Randy was the best, but Christian, he's like, I can beat him for this belt, but beating him for the more prestigious belt, it's going to be almost impossible. It's going to be pretty much impossible, but you just beat him now, so why would it be impossible for the other belt? Like, it should have been just one match there. That's my opinion. Second match, Miro defeated that jobber Fuego del Sol or whatever. So the TNT title was on the line. And if Fuego won, he would win a contract. He would get a contract. So before the bell rang, he hits Rusev with some kind of flipperoo DDT. He hits him with a couple of like lucha fucking head bumps there. And like they tried to give the impression that he might get a miracle win kind of deal, but at some point Rusev like woke up and just fucking destroyed him. Like he gave him the biggest Samoan drop I've ever seen kind of deal. Jumped like 5-6 feet in the air and fucking slammed him. The big kick, the finish, taps out or whatever there. But then Tony Khan, folks, the hero, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, my God, such a good man, folks. This isn't done to pander to the fans on the internet, folks. I mean, Tony Khan has a good heart there. And he showed up there. He made himself seen there, ripping off the Triple H moment. Was it with Cedric Alexander or whatever? And he gives a contract to Sammy Guevara. Sammy walks to the ring. We're best friends. You lost, but you're a winner in defeat. Here's your contract there. And the AEW fans were pretending to cry, stuff like this for Fuego or whatever. It was funny when Andrade kicked his ass a few weeks ago there. Chavo was telling him to shine his shoes and Andrade beat him up. So He's kind of like the Zubair of the AEW. He gets picked on, you know what I mean? Zubair there. Zubair. Um, but here's the deal. How many people are going to fucking get hired? Like, every day, these AEW fans have a new fucking person that they pretend to cheer for. You know, that they pretend to love because they pretend that it's cool in the moment. I don't fucking know. Is Tony Khan gonna hire every person that they fucking want there? He's gonna have like 500 people on the roster. Like, you know, you can't fucking hire every fucking skinny jobber. Like, it's another guy like 5'4", no muscle definition. You can tell through his mask that he's ugly. Like, you know, he wears a mask, you can still tell he's ugly, for fuck's sake. Like, you know what I mean? How many of these people can they fucking have on the same show? Like, for the love of Christ, like, they're gonna have like fucking 38 shows by the time they're done to try to get all these jobbers on TV. Like, and then they advertise Sting and Darby Allin versus 2.0. Again, two fucking unknown complete jobbers. Why the fuck are these jobbers being so pushed out of nowhere? People that we never heard of, and they act like they're credible opponents for Sting, Darby Allin, and Dean Ambrose and all this. The fuck is going on here? Apparently, there's a high-profile match. Sting and Darby Allin against two complete fucking unknown guys who don't even look interesting or anything. Like, what the fuck are these guys having a feud with Sting and one of your fake homegrown stars or whatever? Like, shouldn't these guys at least be presented on TV a little before they get to fight Sting? Like, shouldn't you save Sting? Like, I get it, giving the rub to somebody, but who the fuck are these midgets? Like, complete unknowns. Like, shouldn't Sting give the rub to somebody who's actually good, that there's potential? If Sting is giving the rub to every fucking jobber out there, then it's not gonna mean anything, you know what I mean? And they showed Sting and Darby Allin in the rafters there for 10 seconds, and Darby was trying to look cool. It was 30 seconds of this. And this is to promote a match against two fucking random jobbers. Like, the fuck is this shit? And then in the main event, Britt Baker defeated Red Velvet. You know, I thought it wasn't the best match there, and most of it went into the commercial kind of deal. Not the best match, but it was okay kind of deal. I like Britt Baker. She was in her hometown, so the crowd was like behind her 100% kind of deal. And, you know, so it was okay there. But then she attacks Red Velvet. Chris Statlander, the alien girl, comes in, punches her, and then some big, tall blonde comes in. I thought it was Ronda Rousey's friend that was released, that tall, blonde girl or whatever there. I thought it was her at first, and she comes in with a hat to protect her identity. She takes off the hat, and all on commentary, "Oh my God, who's that?" Then she takes off the hat. Then you hear Jericho, "Oh, it's Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter. She hasn't been here in 2 years, folks. She's back. She flown all the way from the UK to help out Britt." But Like, who the fuck is this? Like, it's your first show. You have a special appearance at the end. Somebody making some kind of debut and appearance like this with the face covered up. You try to make it look like it's some type of deal there. I don't want to say a big deal because goddamn, this is like, who is this? If somebody's gonna show up in this kind of position at the end of the show, hiding the face, shouldn't it be somebody that we know at least there? You know what I mean? Like, it could have been some woman that used to be in WWE or at least in TNA or something to present her in this fashion. She comes out hiding her face. What's the point? Nobody knows who she is. Like, why would she come in concealing her face like it's a big deal? Then it's like, who's that? And then she takes off the hat. Who's that? Like, it's it's, who the fuck? It's Jamie Hayter. It's Jamie. I mean, it's a pretty fucking weak way to end the show there. Christian should have been the main event there. Like, I like Britt Baker, you know what I mean? I think she's one of the best there, not the best in-ring wrestler, but to talk and her presentation and stuff, I think she's one of the, one of the best talkers there anyway there. You know, but like, all due respect for her, I think Christian winning the big belt should have been the finish, not Jamie Hayter. Like, the fuck is this? But I understand you gotta copy WWE, you know what I mean? But I thought overall it was a good show there, minus Jamie Hayter and a couple of little things or whatever there. But a decent little show, folks. You know what I mean? You want unbiased wrestling talk, folks? There, subscribe to the new Wrestling Jesus channel. Positive, negative, Kenny Omega. It don't matter if I see a good match or a bad match. I tells it like it is. No matter how uncool I'm gonna look or fucking what have you. You know what I mean? Some real wrestling talk up in this bitch. And until next time, peace. That was a little cringe, folks, I admit it. But it ain't cringe if it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe today there.